All right. If a circular paper disc is trimmed in such a way that its circumference is reduced in the ratio 2:5, in what ratio is the surface area reduced? So this is JAMB 1978 mathematics question 14. This is particularly a question on geometry. So specifically on mensuration of plane shape. The circle is a plane shape. So now we have a circular paper disc. So let me put it in a diagrammatic form for you to understand. Now, so we first of all, before the circle is trimmed, so let's say this is the circle, the big circle. So this big circle is trimmed, meaning that we cut off some part of the circumference. It's like we chop off, meaning that we cut off this part of the circle. This outer part is now remaining the inner circle. So let me just draw out the smaller circle. Let me draw it out. So this is the smaller circle. So it means for every time after trimming it, we have this smaller circle, and this was the bigger circle before it is trimmed. So, but they said it is reduced in this ratio 2:5. So that means anytime this is 2 units, anytime the circumference of this, what's the meaning of circumference? The distance around the circle. Anytime the circumference of this is 2 units, then this will be 5 units. So according to the ratio given, so I can say 2:5. Next, so of course you know that circumference of a circle is taken as 2πr. So that means for the smaller circle, I will have 2π small r, and for the bigger circle, I can have 2π big R. So I'm trying to assume that the radius of the smaller circle is small r, and the radius of the bigger circle is big R. So of course, you know that since both 2π is common to both, I can just cut it off. I just do it like that. So from here, I can simply say that 2:5 is corresponding to r, small r to big R. So if I write this in fraction, I will have 2/5 to be equal to r all over big R. Let me make small r the subject of formula. If I multiply both by capital letter R, that means small r will be equal to 2/5 big R. So this is what I have for my small r. Let me call this equation 1. Now, they now said in what ratio is the area, the surface area. What is area of circle? That is the surface like this. What can fill up this surface? That's the meaning of area. Area is all this shaded part that I shade. That's the surface area of the circle. So and you know that area of circle is equal to pi r squared. But don't forget there are two circles involved. We have smaller circle and bigger circle. I can say that area of smaller circle to area of big circle. So area of smaller circle ratio area of bigger circle. So that means this will be equal to. So let's use this formula to formulate the formula of this. This will be pi small letter r squared. But this one will be pi, okay, to pi big letter R squared. So you can see how it goes. So from here, if I write this in fraction, I can write this in fraction, that is AS all over AB to be equal to pi R squared all over pi big R squared. First of all, pi can cancel pi, gone. So, but going back to this, from this, our relation, from this equation, we know that small r is equal to 2/5 r squared. So anywhere I see small r, I can simply put 2/5 r squared. So this will be 2/5 r all squared divided by r squared. So let's use this equation to complete our solution. 2 squared will be equal to 4/5 squared will be equal to 25. Then r squared will be equal to r raised to power 2. All divided by what? R raised to the power of 2. Of course, r squared can cancel r squared. So we will be left with what? 4/25. So that means ratio, let's transform it back to ratio. Area of small circle to area of big circle will be equal to 4:25. So check the option. You see that option D is the best. Thank you.